Blood is red, Cortana is blue. Now run away before I four-shot you. Now I am the Southern Gamer FrozenSword, aka the illumination of sophistication, aka cornbread, aka the master disaster, aka the Halo Lord King, aka. You get the point here. But I don't have a sad story about how gaming helped me do something great in life, nor do I have an amazing coming-of-age story at all, but what I do have is a story of Halo changing the direction of my life. Have never fit in with society and I have always been an outcast, but Halo did give me a life of my own without ever having to leave my house. Have played games since I was 2 years old, and have ever since at 20 years old. Shoot, I am even going into college for game design thanks to the Halo series and wanting to work on Halo one day, but I know Mr. BIP, WKLMNOP, Clean Up wants me to talk about a specific game, so I choose Halo 3, fo chisel sizzle my dizzle whizzle. Halo 3 specifically changed my life. Now, on one occasion did I leave the house, and that was to go to school, and that was basically the only time I ever left my house. And at school, I was an outcast, like I said before, and I remember nobody really talking to me besides maybe a couple of friends, and that was it. And we were at a pep rally one time, and they were talking about, the football team was talking about how they were going to give their speeches, and they're going to win the game. But almost each of them said, and we're going to play some Halo 3 this weekend. This was before Halo was called Galo and everybody switched to Call of Duty. This was back when Halo was still the main game. And all the football team was talking about how they were going to play Halo after they won the game and all that. They were going to play some Halo 3. And I thought, this is so cool. The football team is cool because they play Halo after their games. And then they won their game. And over the weekend, I actually played a game of Halo 3 with them. It was a game of infection created on one of my own maps at the time. I was 14 years old, and they were playing on my map, on my game, and I just thought it was awesome. And the thing is I was actually completely dominating them. It was a game of infection. I won with like 60 kills, and they barely got anything, and I was completely dominating them, which is actually probably the game you're seeing right now, because I wanted you to see the game I did that on that actually kind of changed my life a little bit. So I was dominating them on my own map. And like they were like, please, FrozenSword, stop the game. We want to play something. We want to play a game type that's more fun for everybody. And I was sitting there laughing. I had my mic turned off, but I was laughing. And I was like, ha ha ha. Can you believe this? They actually want to play a different game because I'm whooping their butts all around the arena. And then after I got to around 60-something kills, they all quit out. And they got mad and quit out because I was dominating. Of course, it was on my map. It was my rules of the game type and all that. They had no chance of winning because I knew the secrets of it. And I just thought it was pretty hilarious. But in a way, it did change my life because it gave me a way to play with, I guess you could say, the more popular kids at school. Now, I was never wanting to be popular myself. I loved being weird, an oddball, a freak, whatever you can think of. I strived on being weird. That was my forte, you could say. I was a poet and didn't know it. And this gave me a way to reach out, or maybe not reach out, but be able to go out without literally going out and playing with people and being able to share my life with other people and be social. It gave me a chance. It gave an anti-social shut-in a chance to be social while still being a shut-in. That's what Halo 3 did for me. And that's not the only time, too. I can name off a lot of other examples of how to. Like the 4-H club, playing with some of them. Playing with some friends at school that I never really hung out at their house with and stuff like that. Shoot, I even played with some of my friends' parents with Halo 3. That's how it went out. I mean, it was kind of weird, but Halo 3 was the go-to game that everybody played together. And I guess that's where I want to wrap it out because Mr. PWIP Clean Up doesn't want us going too long, so that's all I can say. So I guess I don't know what else to say. I usually give, like, if you enjoy the video, give me like one watch more like this, subscribe. Until next time, my invisible hat is off to you. But since this is going up on Cleanup's channel, I don't know what to say, but have fun, guys. And until next time, my invisible hat is off to you.
what has a video game done for me? How's it affected me? It's just a game, right? What's up, guys? It's Muffin here. And this is round one, the commentary tournament. Project Onyx, right? Now, before you throw your hate down in the comments about how I'm talking about Halo 4 affected my life, just hold on, because this is the first time I'm really mentioning this to anyone. So just hold your horses on the hate and wait until you listen to my whole story. Then go ahead and hate. That's fine. But don't just throw hate because it's Halo 4. Now we've got that straightened out, I can get on with the video. What has Halo 4 done for me? It's just a game, you sit down, you play it. You might play with a few friends online, right? It's fun. It's not going to affect your life majorly. But how did it for me? How did it for me? Well, I'm going to explain that right now. So, summer 2012, Halo 4 was released, and I pre-ordered the game and got it. It came out in November, and a month before, in October, my parents were getting really stressed out. They had a lot of dealing with work. They're having a lot of problems with each other, a lot of arguments, a lot of disagreeing, and you know how that is. I'm sure a lot of you guys have gone through that, or maybe if you're married, going through that with your wife or something. I know this is a big issue that has affected probably all of you guys out here. No two humans can possibly get together and be compatible 100% of the time. It's just non-human. So yeah, that was all going on, and by the time of Halo 4 released, my parents were both living in separate houses, and look, I was so confused. I wasn't really focusing on video games as much. I wasn't really playing that much, and Halo 4 came out, and I was like, yeah, I'll boot up my 360. I'll give this a go, and it's literally the game that, through all this time, it gave me a way out. Usually I'd come home from school, I'd literally get home, I'd throw my bag down and go, hey Dad, I'm going for a walk, and I'd go sit at the park and throw stuff into the lake for until dinner time, come home, get dinner, and then I'd go to sleep. That would be it. I wouldn't play video games, I wouldn't do anything really for my enjoyment. And literally Halo 4, I was like, okay, I'll fire it up, I'll beat the campaign, I'll play a bit of multiplayer, and that's it. And literally that campaign, when I played through it, some would argue it's like the worst Halo campaign, but just to be able to, get my mind out of things that were happening in my life at that time, it was pretty cool just to be engaged in a story again after so long of not being engaged with anything. And just playing that, it brought back so many memories of Halo, and, sort of really brought me back to, playing, especially playing Halo. And look, thanks to Halo and stuff like that, it got me through that summer. My parents are living with each other now, everything got sorted out. But Halo gave me something to do. At least I was thinking about something. And then when I started playing online, I was making friends online. It got me back into that social mindset of me talking to people and making friends. And, I wasn't doing any of that. I wasn't doing any of that through these times. And I was, just sitting by myself. And then I got Halo, and it got me back into games. And it got me back to doing something. And I started doing that. And it started making me, at school, I was like, oh, okay, I'll go to school, I'll have fun, and then when I go home, I have something to do. Usually, through the time where I didn't have something to do, I'd just sit through school bored all day. It gave me something to look forward to at the end of the day. Guys, this is my story for Halo 4. I know it's not the best or interesting thing, but thank you so much for watching.